Here's a cleaned, concise, and publication-ready rewrite of your story, with clearer structure, corrected errors, and a neutral news tone while preserving all key details. Scream actor Melissa Barrera says work went quiet for months after firing over social media posts. Melissa Barrera has revealed that she struggled to find acting work for months after being fired from the Scream franchise over social media posts about Israel's war in Gaza. The 35-year-old actor was removed from Scream 7 in November 2023 after she shared Instagram posts highlighting civilian casualties in Gaza, including one in which she wrote that Gaza was being treated like a concentration camp. Production company Spyglass Media Group later released a statement describing her remarks as hate speech and accused Barrera of making anti-Semitic comments, citing a zero-tolerance policy toward references to genocide, ethnic cleansing, or Holocaust distortion. Barrera has consistently denied the accusations. In a statement shared on Instagram at the time, she wrote, open quote, "First and foremost, I condemn anti-Semitism and Islamophobia. I condemn hate and prejudice of any kind against any group of people. I believe a group of people are not their leadership, and that no governing body should be above criticism." The darkest year of my life. Speaking in a recent interview, Barrera said the fallout from her firing had a severe impact on her career. Open quote, "It was quiet for like 10 months, she said. It was the darkest and hardest year of my life, and I had to reevaluate everything. There were times where I felt like my life was over." Close quote. She added that while she did receive occasional offers, they were largely for small roles. Open quote, "The message felt like she probably doesn't have work, she'll say yes to anything." Fallout for Scream 7. Barrera's firing triggered major upheaval behind the scenes of Scream 7. Co-star Jenna Ortega and director Christopher Landon both exited the project shortly afterward. While Ortega was initially reported to have left due to scheduling conflicts, she later clarified that the film was falling apart creatively. As a result, Spyglass reportedly spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on rewrites, ultimately shifting the story to refocus on Neve Campbell's iconic character Sidney Prescott. The film is now directed by Kevin Williamson, who addressed pro-Palestine protests outside the Los Angeles premiere by saying, open quote, "We live in America. People have the right to protest and the right to be heard." Close quote. Barrera later acknowledged the demonstrations by posting, "I see you" on Instagram. Poor reviews and fan backlash. The controversy has continued to follow the film into its release. Scream 7 currently holds a low score on Rotten Tomatoes, making it the lowest-rated installment in the franchise. Critics have described the sequel as basic and creatively exhausted, while some fans have labeled it the worst entry in the series. If you'd like, I can also shorten this for YouTube narration, rewrite it in a tabloid or viral tone, split it into multiple posts or segments, adapt it for TikTok or Instagram captions. Just tell me. Here's a clear, concise summary of the notes you shared, broken into the two main stories that appear to be mixed together. Scream 7 controversy and Melissa Barrera fallout. Melissa Barrera says her career stalled for around 10 months after she was fired from the Scream franchise in late 2023. Barrera was removed by production company Spyglass Media Group following Instagram posts criticizing Israel's military actions in Gaza. Spyglass labeled her comments as hate speech and accused her of anti-Semitism, claims Barrera strongly denied. Barrera later said the period after her firing was the darkest year of her life, with only occasional small offers that felt opportunistic. Her firing triggered major production fallout. Jenna Ortega exited the film shortly after, later saying the project was falling apart. Director Christopher Landon also left. The script was heavily rewritten, reportedly costing the studio hundreds of thousands of dollars. The film ultimately refocused on Sidney Prescott, portrayed again by Neve Campbell. Scream 7 premiered amid pro-Palestine protests and debuted to poor reviews, becoming the lowest-rated film in the franchise, around 41 to 43% on Rotten Tomatoes. Director Kevin Williamson publicly supported the right of protesters to speak. Barrera acknowledged the protesters with an Instagram post saying, "I see you." Isla Fisher and Sacha Baron Cohen divorce drama. Isla Fisher and Sacha Baron Cohen finalized their divorce after being quietly separated for some time. The couple, who share 3 children, said they remain friends and committed co-parents. Speculation grew due to Fisher's reduced social media presence with Cohen, rumors she was hiding her wedding ring. Fisher later posted a pointed quote on Instagram widely interpreted as a dig at men and marriage. The split coincided with allegations made by Rebel Wilson, who accused Cohen of misconduct during the brothers Grimsby. Cohen denied the claims, and sources insist the divorce was unrelated to Wilson's allegations. Wilson herself said the timing was unfortunate, but did not believe she caused the breakup. Overall takeaway. Your notes cover 2 high-profile entertainment controversies. 1, Melissa Barrera's firing from Scream and the professional, financial, and creative fallout it caused. 2, Isla Fisher and Sacha Baron Cohen's divorce, which unfolded amid public speculation and unrelated misconduct allegations. If you'd like, I can condense this further into a news brief, rewrite it in a YouTube script or voiceover style, separate it into 2 standalone articles, or polish it into a clean meeting summary format. Just tell me how you plan to use it.